Hello and good evening to all my family and friends in YouTube land. This is not a video that you want to just click off of or just watch for 2 seconds, because this is going to be the truth. This is going to be the answers that you've been looking for. Enough of watching Get Rich Tomorrow, how to make a quick $500, a side hustle, how I became a millionaire, what pictures of Ferraris in the background. You know who I am. I've shown you who I am. I've shown you what my net worth is, where I've walked in. I've walked in wealth. Have I been a billionaire? No, I have not. It takes a long time to become a billionaire, unless you have some sort of luck or you have some tremendous value that you're going to bring out there to people. But today I'm going to give you the answers that I'm going to use myself. We're going to do this together. We're going to walk together into giving ourselves the lives that we've only dreamed of. And when I tell you a life that you've only dreamed of, it's whatever you dreamed of plus more. And if you're talking about entrepreneurism or wealth, it's going to be more than you've ever dreamed of will come down to you. But the rules are the rules. And we can talk about meditation, and we can talk about mind and heart cohesion, but those are boosters. That's like putting a nitrous tank in your car. If there's no engine and there's no wheels, you're not going anywhere. And you can go ahead and watch as many of these how to do it. They're filled with fluff. Again, I don't want to talk bad about anybody, but there's a lot of things that are just simple things. There's a rule in life. If you want to get somewhere, then you need to put on clothes, go out of your front door, and either get in your car, bus, whatever mode of transportation you want to take, and go there. If you want to do something, then do it. It's time to take action. And that's what this is about. We're going to talk about taking action. The first step to becoming and having the life that you dream is to take action towards that dream. So let's start off with what most people want. They want wealth and entrepreneurism because they believe that that'll bring them happiness, and maybe it will, because it does allow you to do a lot of the things that you can't do without it. So, number one, the simple rules. Number one, find something that you are passionate about. I will talk about multi-denominational mysticism. I will talk about manifestation. I've spent hours, thousands of hours, watching every single way. And I promise you there's, look, as far as I know about this, no tooth bunny, no envelope's going to come slipping under your pillow. You might win the lottery if you really, really have to believe it and you have zero limiting beliefs. That may be a way you can become a billionaire, but fortunately for the people who just did, it's not at $1 billion. Number one, the heavens want and the universe wants you to be happy. So whatever it is you're going to do, you need to really sit down and think. Remember, I told you, your heart is like a brain. You think from your subconscious, and you do this before you go to sleep at night, because that's when you're in theta. That's when your brain is really starting to get into the productivity mode. And you think, what do I enjoy the most in the world? Because I don't care what anybody else in any other video tells you about value and people have to have a loss and this and that. That's just exploiting other people's losses about things that you may or may not know about. So number one, you must find the thing that you are passionate about, that will give you satisfaction doing. Number two, and this is a big one, once you find the thing that you are passionate about, learn about it. As much information as you could possibly have, learn about it. Number three, surround yourself with others who are in that genre. who know about it, who have done it, who have been successful with it. I'm not saying you have to stop everything you're doing, but even just watch YouTube and they'll show you. Watch YouTube about the things that you're interested in, how you're going to teach people how to do it better, how to do it your way because you're passionate about it. And number 4 and number 1, which are kind of, they come together like the pinky and the thumb, is go out and do it. Whether it's a small thing like making a t-shirt, whether it's a small thing like speaking to a couple of people, putting out an ad that you're a consultant, but know what you're talking about. People are out there and they need help. I mean, everybody needs help in the world. Everybody has some sort of problem. You be the person to give them the value. So number 1, and another thing, the heavens will shake. I don't care what modality of religion, of New Age thinking, whatever you want to talk about, the heavens will shake and it will give you all the support. If it's something that you enjoy and you love and will give you satisfaction, that's number 1. And number 2, and that you give back. You always have to give back. Like there's this new thing, and it's funny the way these things change. Ask yourself a question. What would I do if I had $15 million or $25 million or $100 million or $5 billion? What would I do with that? Well, one thing should definitely be I'd help other people. I'd give thanks. I'd be appreciative. So it's very, very, very important that you have to have in mind that you're thankful, because remember, this information ain't coming from anywhere. We're like televisions. We're antennas. All we are is big antennas with arms and legs who have the capacity not just to give you the information, but to go out and do it. And that is the key, getting up and going out and doing it. So, rule number 1, find something that you're passionate about, that you love, that you feel that can offer value to people, that will solve a problem. Again, I'm going to use YouTube. I'm going to use the words that they use. That will offer a solution to other people, and then just go out and do it. And if you don't know how to do it, you will start to see, just by the fact that you go out and start to surround your people and just talk to your friends about it. Even talking to your friends about it and letting them know, by the way, there's a new business and I'm getting into it and this is what the business is. They all of a sudden they'll say, oh, that's so funny. I have a friend that does computers. I have a friend that does an IT, AI, whatever it is. And by the way, AI is an augmentation. AI is wonderful, but I can tell you, I just had to write up a document, a very important document for a very large business deal. But AI couldn't write the document unless I gave it the idea that I had. So learning about an idea, so you're going to go ahead and go spend $500 to learn how to use AI, but you're watching somebody who has been doing a business for years and they know a business, they're now going to use that AI tool and go ahead and make millions of dollars, and they do all these things. Oh, I did it in 30 minutes and so on and so forth. That's them. It's not you. You'll get there. And I'm not saying it's going to take you 6 months or a year or this or that, but I swear to you, you will surpass any dreams of, first of all, happiness for sure, satisfaction, and you will have more money than you could ever dream about. But you have to have knowledge about something. You have to be able to go and just learn. And there is nobody in the world, unless you've been living in a box, and that's okay, some people live in boxes, then go out and talk about boxes. What are the best boxes? Where would I put the box? But you have to get out there and you have to talk to people. That is number 1. taking action. Now, I'm going to ask you guys a favor, please, because, it's very difficult, for me to make these videos and then upload them. And, whether I'm sitting outside on my porch or I'm in a house, wherever it might be. I would love to go live and interact with you guys and allow you guys to encourage you guys to ask me questions so we can interact. So I'm really asking, all it is a little subscribe. Doesn't hurt anybody. A subscribe, a like. First of all, it helps me in the algorithm, and all I want to do is help people. So far, I haven't asked anybody for a penny. Just subscribe. Get me to the 1,000 subscribers so I can go live. Once I'm live, then we could talk, and it could become a dialect. And I'll bring on other professionals who can get involved. But remember, number one, if you don't take action, and by the way, the action could be going to a wholesaler, buying a case of candy bars, and just going from door to door, and kids do it. They go out, they buy candy bars, and they sell it. Go to a flea market on a Sunday. And I'm just talking about very nominal, simple things you could do. There may be something that you are proficient in, that you know about, a business you may have worked in. We've all had jobs at this point. There may be a job that you worked in, and guess what? There are people that want to get into that industry, and you have knowledge to give them. And now you become a consultant, and they're going to call it a SaaS, how you become a SaaS, and how you beat the algorithm. Yes, you eventually can get up to ad spend and so on and so forth, but let's just start. Let's just take action. My friends will tell you, and people may think I'm crazy, but I have certain initiatives that I'm working on. A lot of them have to do with unity. The world has become a very fragmented place. I will not talk about politics or anything like that, but it's become a fragmented place. Unfortunately, there's a lot of negativity in the world, and we have to change that. I walk up to people on the street and I say, hey, how are you? My name is X. What's yours? What do you do? Or you can find yourself in a situation by getting out there and talking to people. There are tons of venues. First of all, it could be about the actual thing that you are going out there and proliferating, or it could just be a regular social place. But there are people everywhere. And believe me, people are happy when they feel positive energy. We are like televisions. We're just antennas. Ideas are constantly coming in. The beauty is we have arms and legs and mouths, and we can get out there and we can take action. So without taking action, you're not getting anywhere. You can buy courses and put money on credit cards if that's what you want to do, but you will never get further than having a great program. Most important thing, what do you love? What's going to make you happy? Because the more passionate about you, the more action you're going to take. Somebody once asked me a question. People go to shrines and they go to these shrines and they pray, and the question is, and all of a sudden something good happens. Did the good thing happen because the person went to the shrine and prayed, and this shrine went ahead and made a miracle for them? And miracles do happen every single day. And this is what happens when I have to use a telephone. And I'm not complaining. I'm taking my action. I'm putting out my value, and all I'm asking for is a subscribe, a like, maybe a comment. But, so did the shrine go up to heaven and say, help this person and cure this one, or make this one rich, or make this one happy, or whatever it might be? Or was it that you believed so much that by going to that holy place and spilling out your heart, remember I told you, your heart, it actually sends out messages, and using your consciousness. Now, did that give you in your subconscious an idea that, hey, I went to the shrine, so now it's definitely going to happen, and therefore you start to take actions that lead to results? Without actions, you don't have results. And that is key for this video, to take actions, and to take actions of things that you love, and to educate yourself. And I'm not talking about, it doesn't have to take 6 months, 12 months. You know, there's a comment bar. You can put in the comment bar, you know, these are things I've done in my life. Help me. I told you, I'm here to help you. So far, I haven't asked for one dime, and I'm not. Not at least not yet. Listen, maybe one day I will monetize this, and maybe that will be my passion. To be a consultant, to help people. Right now I help businesses. Big businesses I help. Multi-billion-dollar businesses I help. And if you don't believe me and you ever want to ask a question, go ahead and I will tell you what they are. But there are things that I am familiar with, that I've educated myself about. And then I go ahead and I take a chance. Don't be fooled by snake oil salespeople who have spent, let me ask you, if you had a way to make thousands and thousands of dollars a day, what would you do? Would you spend your time making thousands and thousands of dollars a day? Or would you put out a program to teach other people to make thousands of dollars a day? And I'm not saying that there aren't altruistic people out there that want to help. And I'm not saying that you can't go ahead and put out some information in order to bring people into your organization to teach them something. But the problem is that the representation is not made. Basically, these videos that are being put out, they're being put out to kind of get you in. They're like lost leaders. They're taking their time, they're teaching you things, and then there are a few people, you know, like myself, not that I'm an angel or anything, that truly want to help people. And I've said this, but I did say it more on a different platform, so I'll start to say it here. I'd love to create a round table of like-minded professionals, entrepreneurs who want to get into the e-commerce space, the consulting space, certain spaces that I'm into. One of them is unity, helping people, cohesion, designs, merch, whatever it is. I have a ton of ideas, a ton of businesses that we can talk about, and that we're gonna talk about. How to generate revenue, and it could be generated very, very quickly. Now I know I am very organic at this moment, meaning I'm using my phone in order to make these videos. It may not be the greatest, you know, you see every time I have to put my hand in the right place even to hold up this phone so that it does not go away. So I'm putting in my effort for you guys. So all I'm asking is for the subs. Because once I have the subs, then that allows me to say to myself, you know what? I'm going to invest further and go take the next step on the journey to where I'm going. And my journey where I'm going is to create a group of like-minded people. And it could be a worldwide group of like-minded people, professionals, who will come together and they'll add to the value. And first of all, I have a Rolodex the size of Mars, where eventually I will do podcasts and I will have people who come on and, you know, and give you guys valuable information. But all I'm showing you is that I'm taking my effort. I mean, it's a Saturday night. I could be out with friends and so on and so forth. But I'm sitting here talking to you. because I care, because I'm passionate about this, because I want to see you guys succeed like I succeed. I believe in vibrational energy, and that's something that is part of taking action. If you have one person doing something, and that person's putting out a certain amount of energy, it's like a battery. Then you have two people that are doing something. Now you have double batteries. You have two batteries. The more people you get together that are on the same wavelength of vibrational energy, the more success that you're going to have. And these are rules that they start to get into. Now we're starting to get into the law of attraction, the manifesting, genre. But the most important thing, and again, my friends, they were laughing at me today, but it was in a community that I knew, people that I knew, a place that I was comfortable, and I was actually walking over to people. I was introducing myself, and then I was explaining to them, by the way, I'm not just some random person just coming over to say hello to you, which is okay. Before the big C, once upon a time, people did say hello to each other when they passed by them. And you'll feel their energy. You'll know when it's safe and you'll know when it's not. And always, always, always practice safety. First of all, these videos are meant for adults who are looking to, grow to a higher paradigm. Listen, you may be a beginner and that's okay, but just make sure that they're really made for let's call it people who already have a level of experience in the business world. But always practice safety. Make sure you're not just walking around a random dangerous place and find yourself in a bad situation, God forbid. And then once I started telling people what I was doing, they were like, wow. And you want to know something? Some of the people were even interested to the point where they said, oh, as it gets moving, let me know about it. That's interested. And you want to know something? I don't want to get into what I do specifically just yet, or the ideas that I was working on specifically just yet, and they're infinite as to what you can do. I don't know why that just flipped around, but let's flip. But it's infinite as to what you can do. But just off what I started to do, saying hello to people, there are probably 2 or 3 different businesses that I could build off of that. And we can build off of that. But the first thing you have to have is you got to have an interest. You have to have a knowledge. You have to know where to go to get things done. And I'll help you with those things. That is what I am here for. I am a consultant that is paid a lot of money. I give big businesses consultations. And I'm doing it here on YouTube for you for free. I couldn't be more clear about that. I want to help other people change their lives, because I believe through sharing and through connecting with other people and creating roundtables and think tanks universally all over the place, creating groups, eventually having again, I don't want to use I don't know what the rules are, and I told you, Schmick Schmack already messed me up, so now I'll say another one. Have a Schmedit group. We're eventually building, we are, rebuilding out our website. And that website is going to be phenomenal, because not only is it going to talk about, everything we've spoken about until now, it's also going to have a lot of, fun things. Listen. When you get to a certain point in life where you have, affluence, and you're able to allocate, money towards certain things, I have a nice watch collection. And I know people who have crazy watch collections, and we'll talk about watches. And I've said this before, again, a little mixed up, so I'm going to start fresh on YouTube. So I once read an article in the GQ magazine, again taking in information, and they said every male, and again non-denominational, doesn't really make a difference, male, female, non-binary, anything you are, any person you want to be. But as a male professional or a female professional, or I told you, anybody. So for a woman, and again, this is just a fact of life. So the comparison they made was what a woman's engagement ring is to her finger is what a timepiece is to a male. Because you have 30 seconds from the time that you meet somebody that they are going to size you up and down. Number one, they're going to feel your energy. And that's something that, like, again, education, learning about vibrational energy and manifestation, and being able to start to, tune yourself into feeling, is this somebody that I could potentially do something with or not? But they're still, like, they're upping you down, up and down. You'll watch them go, jip, jip. So every male should have a nice timepiece. And we will talk about timepieces. I will go through every single watch and price points, where you're at. And it's an interest of mine. And I'll teach you guys about that. The next thing, you need to be well groomed. You gotta be well groomed when you're out there. Your clothes can't be wrinkled. They need to be well tailored. And I'm not saying that you need to go to Saks Fifth Avenue and go blow 10 grand. No, you can go anywhere. I can tell, and I can even tell you, based on the sector you're in, how you should be presenting yourself. But you should be presentable. That's number two. And how are you presentable? Another thing we're going to get into. I happen to be very big into fragrances. I think I have something like over 200 fragrances, 250 fragrances. Do you know how many people stop me and ask me, oh my God, what is that smell? You smell so good. And by the way, that opens up a door. It opens up a door. Maybe I say to myself, you know what? What is a way how I can monetize teaching people how to, smell good? Everybody has a different, profile, and so on and so forth, and you get into a whole conversation about it. But it's a genre all to itself, and I'll teach you guys all about that. Tailoring, for example. People think you just go ahead and buy expensive clothes. Oh, he's rich, therefore he bought expensive clothes, and that's why he's making so much money. Or he has a fancy car, and that's why this. Go ahead, get a car wash. Spend the extra $3 and go ahead and get your wheels shined. Show that you care when you pull up. I always talk about smelling the rose. I'm not talking about walk around like this. No, just, have your head up. Show that you're a person of distinction that knows what they're talking about. So right off the bat, but I'm going to go back to the clothing thing. Good tailoring, 9 out of 10 times, one person could be wearing $1,000 suit. One person could be wearing $100 suit. The guy with anybody wearing $100 suit, if that suit is tailored well and it fits him and it's appropriate to what he's doing, that is the person who's going to be recognized. And I'm into fashion as well, and we'll talk about that as well. When is it appropriate to wear a tie, when it's not? Today, most entrepreneurs, most professionals don't wear ties. Is it okay to have one button open? Is it not okay? Should you be wearing a chain? Should you not? Should you wear a bracelet? Should you not? we're going to talk about all these things. I mean, there are a lot of little nuances, but the first thing is you got to get out there. You have to be presentable. You have to smell good. Again, God made us all beautiful. We're all made in His image. So we're all beautiful automatically. The vibrational energy is what has to match. And the way you match the vibrational energy is by feeling good, feeling happy. And we've discussed, as you've just seen, sometimes you take a deep breath. You're bringing in the good, you're visualizing and knowing that anything that you're out there doing, and it's not like the the certain television thing where the person saw him and they thought he was picking his nose. No, I have a genuine little itch over there. But when you present yourself and now you have that energy, and the energy starts to hit. It'll start off with one person, and then 2 people, and 3 people, and you'll start to take action, and then all of a sudden somebody will say, you know, I've been looking for A, B, C, D, E, F, G for the longest time, or I've been thinking about A, B, C, D, E, F, G for the longest time, and I just can't wrap my head around it. At night I can't get to bed. And maybe it's about learning how to take deep breaths. You know, breathing, and we also have to keep ourselves hydrated. Our bodies are made up of 70% water. And it's very important to drink good, clean, quality, whether it's, again, natural water is always the best. I mean, that's coming straight from the universe. And it's going to sound crazy what I'm about to say, but you go ahead and you watch. There are probably millions of channels that'll tell you. You could start off with intentions, but even talk to the water. Say, hey, water, first of all, thank you. Thank you for making my body operate. I'm a majority of your entity. You know, there was a Japanese scientist who made an experiment with frozen water drops, and the ones that were put with like negative sounds and bangs and whatever, they all came out misshapen. But the ones where there was classical music in the back, they came out in beautiful shapes. That's us. Then we have our body. And we could talk about if it's important to be in shape or not, whatever. We have the body that we have today. Are we going to work on making that body a better body, a stronger body? These are all things that we have to work on to make ourselves that alpha. Look at the alphas. Look at what they look like. Look at how they dress. Look at the genres they're in. And then you'll see exactly what I mean. You will see everything I'm telling you is the truth. You don't have to buy a program for it. I don't have to draw a triangle on a screen and show you that it starts off in the mind. You have to think about what you have to do. Then it goes to the spiritual. Then it comes to the physical. I could just say it in words. But then I could go hit the fast forward button and tell you, if you don't take action, if you don't find something that you're in love with and take action, the money is never going to come. The happy life is never going to come. The happy ending, and I say that in the purest way, it's never going to be there. The life that you want to create, it just will not come. But if you follow the steps, and I'm not saying this is not coming from me, this is coming from years of experience, of learning from other people, of watching other people, of surrounding myself by other people, of becoming part of coalitions of other people. And this is really a movement. Debonair G is a movement to help people. hashtag unity, hashtag abundance, hashtag happiness, hashtag abundance. These are all things, all these hashtags, we put them in our little, DMs and whatnot. We have to start to put them into the noggin, into our subconscious. And when we do, that's when we'll start to see results. And that was my message for tonight. I really, really wanted to tell you, number one, it should be something that you love. Yes, it's very nice to take the easy way out. I can tell you 10 out of 10 times, the easy way out will be the way that will not give you the results you want. It'll give you aggravation. Number two, take a pen and a piece of paper. Look, and I'm talking to myself now, because I don't like to write things down. I like to keep things in my brain, and I like to move forward. I'm a guy who's constantly moving forward, going out, taking action. But take a pad and a pen and start to write down ideas. Let's start off with 5 ideas. What I want you guys to do is write 5 ideas that you think that, first of all, that you enjoy doing, that will bring you happiness, will bring value to other people, and you can monetize eventually. We'll get to that. We'll get to the monetization and how much, and all of those are details. But we're starting from A over here. We're starting from A. So let's start from A. And you want to know something? And I'm even thinking about if I should say this, but I'm not gonna say it. Sometimes we gotta take a safe chance and just go out and say, something, I know a lot about this thing. I'm gonna walk over to a group of people, or I'm not saying random people. You always have to make sure that when you're presenting something, you're in the right, let's call it, setting. And then you say, hey, by the way, I noticed that I heard you guys talking about such and such. For 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, I have been in this place and I happen to know a lot about it. My name is John. What's yours? I'd love to, if you don't mind, get involved in the conversation. Maybe there's a tidbit, 1 or 2 ideas I can give you. And you start to put out those ideas. Also, we have to be cognizant of, we live in a funny world. And not everybody out there is straight. And you have to come across with a level of confidence, because you are confident, because you are strong. And that comes through breathing, doing those breathing exercises. I've spoken about the 4, 7, 8. You breathe in for 4, you visualize what it is you want to accomplish. Don't hurt yourself, please. So if you can hold your breath for 7 seconds, if you can't, let it go sooner. Now you sit with it, and then you breathe out longer to get rid of all that negativity that's flying around your brain, why you can't do it, why it won't work, why 10 other people did it, why there are 5 other stores that do the same exact thing, why there are 27 other people on Instagram or YouTube. I have 5 subscribers, yet here I am standing for 39 minutes and 19 seconds making a video that then I have to go on my phone and upload, but I'm doing it with happiness. You may not see the smile because I'm talking, but I'm telling you, my heart is smiling. I'm smiling on the inside, and I'll smile on the outside for you. Yeah, I'm going to stop for a second. I'm going to smile for you guys, because I'm happy. I'm happy to give you this information, and I know that you guys understand that I'm coming to you with truth. And I know that you're going to hit that subscribe button. And I'm not so into the bell. You don't have to have your phone ding every 30 seconds. A like would be nice. And then if you have any questions, that's what the comment bar is for. Go ahead. Ask me a question on the comment bar, and I'll answer you. As long as you're being straight, and eventually we could build something huge. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, people have put up apps, and you have sounds like Schmedit, and and sounds like Discord. You have these mega apps where people talk about things, and there are advertisers, and trust me, they're making lots and lots and lots of money. Why can't we do the same thing? And I'm coming to you. I could do this myself. I know enough people, and I could syndicate enough money to go ahead and get an AI guy, set me up, put me in a studio, dress up in a suit and tie or whatever, hire a fashion consultant, and go ahead and do this for myself. But I'm offering it to you because I want this to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow, and I want it to become universal. I want to live in a world where people are happy and they're not afraid of each other, and they can walk around wherever they want, and people are happy to say hello to each other, and they can share energy, and people can feel energy. We're coming into a different time frame. The world is changing. They talk about right now Mars and Venus are converging, and that gets into manifestation, which we really didn't speak a lot about tonight. But when that converges, it offers a lot of opportunities for the ideas and the accomplishments that we want to get to. This is Deb Energy. Really, I know, because there's telepathy and so on and so forth. So therefore, I'm putting it out from my heart. I'm sending you out this vibrational energy. I know you feel that I am giving you the truth. And I ask you for, I'm not saying I'm doing it for naught. Right now, I'm doing it because I want it to grow. But in order for it to grow, I do need subscribers. So please subscribe. If you'd like, share, let your friends know about it if you like the content. If there are specific things that you want me to talk about, I'm happy, whether it be fragrances, timepieces, anything that has to do with law of attraction, the mind, psychology of entrepreneurism, psychology. Now, I'm not a psychologist, disclaimer. I just have a lot of experience in dealing with people who, have needed psychological help. So, there are what they call life coaches, and they're not psychologists or so on and so forth. That may be a place you want to be in, or consulting. Go ahead, put in the comment box what you want me to talk about. You'd be shocked what I own, and we can talk about, and how that will help us in life, and how we can build out the happiest, best life for you. This is not about me. I'm okay. I promise you I'm okay. I'm trying to build something new. And I'm trying to build something new together with you. This is Deb Energy sending you out truthfully, real love, and letting you know you could have the life that you want with all the riffraff that's out there. Push that all on the side. We could really start. I mean, even the information I've given you up until now, how to walk into a tailor, what kind of haircut to get, so on and so forth. Male grooming, like I wear this hat. Why do I wear the hat? It's an augmented thing. It's something interesting. It's kind of like a draw. It draws people in. And these are things that I will teach you how to do. So again, wishing you a great night, great rest of your weekend. I hope you enjoyed your weekend up until now. I enjoyed mine. It was with a bunch of friends, and it's unbelievable the doors that will open for you when you take action. But not only when you're taking action and you know what you're taking action about. That's the one thing that's not in the triangle. They'll talk about, oh, you have to find value and what people... Yeah, but people walk around with... They have 1,001 things, 1,001 problems. You're not going to solve 1,001 problems for people. You may coach them here and there on a couple of items, but let's start off with a value on one thing and then take action. The action you can take today by helping yourself is hitting that subscribe button, because you're helping you. I will say thank you. You are helping me. But like I said, I'm okay either way. My movement is going to move, because there are people out there that want help. And whether I have to build that out organically by talking to people one-on-one, or 10 on 10, or 20 on 20, or 100 on 100, and one day, the same day as I would be doing it, you'll be doing it. You'll be talking to the same amount of people. And that may be a business direction, an entrepreneurship direction that you may go into. Anyways, I tend to ramble a little bit, and that's okay. Some people like that. It's almost like ASMR. I hope my voice is very calm. And little frivolity for you guys. I'm sorry I can't make any noise here. Maybe this sounds... Listen to the sound of the trees. And a little ASMR for you guys. Please take my words to heart, because they're coming from my heart. Hit the subscribe. Throw me out some comments. And let's get moving. Or go ahead and spend $500 recurring, which is really $6,000. And I love when they show the spreadsheet how their friends who are Mike, who's 23 years old, this week made $15,000 consulting with multi-million-dollar businesses that he never heard of in his life. Come on, let's be real. If we're going to talk about businesses, we're going to talk about businesses we know. We're going to give people real value. Debonair G stands for truth, stands for luxury, stands for class. That's why when I thought of this many years ago, I picked the name Debonair. Debonair means, I'm sure if you look it up in the dictionary, it may not mean what it means to me. It means somebody who respects them, who respects others, who respects themselves, who's a person of good moral character, class, and wants to make the most of their life and wants to be happy and live in a happy lifestyle. And we could all have that. You, me, and then we could take that and we could share it with other people. And we can monetize that. And yes, you will be rich quicker than you could ever imagine. But let me help you. Remember, subscribe, like, that helps the algorithm, helps the video go out there. And I will be seeing you before you know it, probably in shorts. I won't go up, probably go on as much as I did tonight, but it was really important when I spoke to my mentor, and my mentor said to me, the most important thing is find the one thing in life you love, and that will bring the light down, and that will break away everything that's limiting. And he said, you will see miracles in your life, that whatever you dream your life will be like. It will be, as we, different languages say different things, and I'm into linguistics. 100 times 100 times 1,000. That's a pretty big number. May even get you involved in some of the deals that I'm working on now. I mean, this is really more of a coaching kind of thing, but the whole idea is to help you get into businesses that are sustainable, that will give you the life that not only gives you money, but gives you happiness, gives you a partner who you could be happy to be with, gives you the whole package. You can call me the whole package man. Anyways, wishing you the greatest weekend in the world. Wonderful night. Devon Energy. Bisous, bisous.